Hello, friends and fellow Disney fans. I am Jamie.
And I'm Brad.
And today we are talking about Disney dining on The Jamie Thomas Show. So enjoy! Today we are talking about dining while on the Disney cruise ship. Just all of your questions about it, what different options there are to eat, and all that good stuff. So the biggest question that I really get asked is, Jamie, will I need to book my dining when I'm on board or before I get on the ship? And the great news about it is you do not have to book your dining. Disney has a really cool, unique system called rotational dining. And how it works is basically when you check in on your Disney cruise, you will get a key to the world card. And it will be just like a little card that you will put in a lanyard kind of thing. And it will say each day what restaurant you're gonna be dining at in the evening. And the cool thing about it is you get to go and visit all of the restaurants that are on board. So you're not gonna be just stuck at one. You're gonna get to try all of them out. And the other good part about it is your waiter is gonna come around with you. So your waiters are gonna get to know you. They're gonna get to know your name, your preferences, the kind of drink you like, and the drinks the kids like. I'm telling you, they had chocolate milk on our cruise every time at dinner, and our kids were like, wow, we get chocolate milk! You know, it was ready for them, seated, and they were saying, hi, Linton Nolan, how was your day? What did you do today? That staff is gonna get to know you, and they're just gonna love on you. You're gonna love it.
All right, now that you get the basics of rotational dining, we want to talk about all the different food offerings and dining types that happen on a Disney cruise ship. Basically, you can break down dining on a Disney cruise ship into 4 categories. First, you've got what we just talked about, rotational dining. That is restaurants that are your evening dining experience that are included in the cost of the ship. You have premium dining. That is special restaurants and experiences that you can pay a little extra for. We're going to talk about that. You've got quick service dining. That is locations and restaurants around the ship that are either free, some of which are paid, but are kind of snack type items. And then you've got room service. Woo! 4 different types. So we're going to go over all the different options on all the different ships really quickly and let you know kind of how they work.
So I think we should start with just basically what's included with the rotational dining options.
Absolutely.
What do you think? Basically, it varies depending on which ship you're on
Yes.
about the options. The one thing that every single ship has in common is
Animator's Palate.
That's right. That's actually probably one of my favorite restaurants.
Oh, I love it.
It is so cool. It is really a love letter to the Disney artists and
The Disney artists, the Disney, all of their animated films. When you walk in, it kind of feels very modern. On the walls, you've got kind of spaces for paintings, and as you go through your dining experience, the place comes alive. Art starts to show up on the walls of the Disney characters. They start to get filled in with colors. It's a really magical experience. If you have kids, your kids are going to love it.
Yes.
And then on top of it, there is elements, depending on the night when you're there, there's actually character experiences. In fact, one particular night, Mickey comes out and does a whole show. It's awesome. On 2 of your ships, your bigger ones, that's the Fantasy and the Dream, they actually have Turtle Talk with Crush. The same type of experience that you have at Disneyland and Disney World is actually there on the cruise ship, and Crush comes around and he talks to the guests, interacts with the guests, and the way they actually set up the restaurant on those ships is basically every table is close enough to one of the screens that everyone gets to talk to Crush. It's really, really cool.
I remember it was so funny because he was like yelling at me. Do you remember that? And he's like, girl with the blonde hair. Hey.
Yeah.
He's like, what did you do today? And I was like,
Laid by the pool?
Laid by the pool and went on the aqueduct. Righteous, man. Righteous.
So that is the one rotational dining restaurant that is on every ship. Next rotational dining restaurant that is on 2 of the ships is the Enchanted Garden. That is on the
Dream and Fantasy.
The Dream and the Fantasy. Now, this particular restaurant is kind of themed after a Paris garden. It's really, really beautiful. Actually, when you walk in the middle of the ship, they have, is it a fountain? It's like a water Mickey fountain. It looks like you're in a garden if you look to your left and your right in the middle of Paris. It's really kind of cool.
Yeah, and in the mornings, they have like this screen that's kind of like day, and then in the evenings
it turns to night.
Yeah, so it's kind of like really immersive and cool. I like it.
Yeah, and again, your cuisine tends to lean towards kind of French cuisine, but again, it tends to be pretty general. But another wonderful rotational dining. The next rotational dining restaurant is the
Royal Palace on the Disney Dream.
On the Disney Dream. This is unique to the Disney Dream. It's kind of the first restaurant you see when you enter the main lobby. It's right to your left. It's really, really beautiful. Kind of themed French again, but after the Disney princesses. And it feels very royal.
Yes, it does. It's really nice. And when we say French, that doesn't mean like, oh, there's only French food there or anything. There's so many different variety of food options there. The next thing is unique to the fantasy, and it is the Royal Court. It is very similar to the Royal Palace.
Yeah, again, themed after the Disney princesses. You're going to love it. Again, very royal, very rich feeling. You're going to feel very special. Again, included in the cost of your trip.
The next one that is unique to the magic is Rapunzel's Royal Table. Super fun, self-explanatory, themed after Rapunzel.
Rapunzel's what's really cool is Rapunzel actually comes out and does like a show.
Yeah.
It's like a whole thing. Yeah, really cool.
The next option on the magic too is Lumiere's. Obviously themed after Beauty and the Beast, right?
On the Wonder, you have Tiana's Place. This is actually the newest restaurant since the Wonder was refurbed. Again, Tiana's Place after that movie, Princess and the Frog, but it's like the restaurant that she has. They have all throughout it kind of like a blues band playing, and they do a whole show. So it's dinner and a show.
Yeah, Tiana comes out and,
they do
doesn't
like
matter what you look like, and
that was,
the song.
wow, take it away.
Yeah, thank you.
The final rotational dining restaurant that we need to cover is Tritons, which is also on the Disney Wonder. As the name suggested, it's named after Ariel's dad. Again, this is very similar to the Royal Court and all those other different ones that are kind of like the other ships in the same restaurant right off of the main lobby atrium area. Again, very fancy feeling, very royal feeling. You'll love it.
If you have liked what you have heard so far, make sure to contact me. I am a travel agent specializing in Disney vacations, and I do offer onboard booking credit for your next Disney cruise. It is totally dependent on how much your cruise fare is before tax, but it's just a free gift from me as a thank you for booking with me. So you can use that to spend at Remy. You can use it to spend, at the Cove Cafe for a Frappuccino, or, even on your gratuities if you want. So next we are going to be talking about premium dining options. These are options that you are going to pay additional for. So they're not ones that you have to. Believe me, you're not going to miss out if you don't do those. Well, although some people say you're going to miss out because it is really good.
It is really
good.
But
if you don't do it, you're also not going to miss out. Like, you're going to have so many options and great dining options that we just chatted about. But if you want to elevate your cruise or do maybe an adult-only dining experience, these are the ways that you can do that. So we have Palo. This is available on all 4 of the ships, and Palo is an adult dining experience. This is one that you are going to have to pay extra for. There is Palo brunch, and then there is also Palo dinner. So it kind of just depends. Some people really like the brunch, and some people really like the dinner.
It is Italian themed. It's
Parmesan
wonderful.
chicken.
Oh,
so good.
So incredibly good. There is kind of a dress code. That's not to say you actually can get away with jeans, kind of a collared shirt if you're a guy. They say no ripped jeans. You can actually look on the website to find out specifics on that, but it is kind of fancy. They make a point of that.
Do you have to wear a tie or a blazer?
No, no, but you just...
like a collared shirt?
You can't get away with shorts and a t-shirt.
Right. And you have to wear a sundress probably. And there is people that go there that are fancy
really
dressed.
Dress up.
But you don't have to go super fancy.
Best part about it is the price isn't actually that bad. It tends to be about $40. If you want to add on, you can make it a much bigger thing if you add on the wine tasting option, which is an additional $59. But the price is not bad for a date night really on the ship.
Well, and it is signature dining. It's going to...
Which good luck experiencing signature dining at Disney World.
for
or
that
Disneyland
price.
for $40. Like,
Yeah,
you're
no.
not going to be able to do it.
No, it's actually a really excellent value. Next adult dining experience that you can book is Remy, and that can be found on the Disney Fantasy or the Disney Dream. And it's a lot like Palo, except for instead it is, Remy themed, French-inspired food. If you maybe look at the menu on Palo and don't feel interested in that, go visit Remy instead.
It does tend to get a little bit higher ratings, and the price is a little more. I don't think it's that much better, but it is up to the individual. It's a great restaurant. It also has a dress code.
I think it depends what you're into.
It really
you're more
does.
into French food,
Yeah.
like we love Italian food, so for us, Palo makes sense, right?
Yes.
But for a lot of people, they like that French food,
Absolutely.
which we do too. But we just prefer Palo.
Yeah. So the price range there, and it ranges, and you can look up specifics, but your kind of brunches and different tastings is $50 to $75, and then your dinner is around $125.
Woo!
It's a pricier point, but
Yep.
this is premium dining. Again, but if you're on a 7, 8, 9, 10 night cruise, great option.
Yeah, and a great way to save money is if you go, maybe dinner is a little bit too expensive, then book a brunch.
Yeah.
You're still going to get to dine there, and you're getting amazing food still.
Keeping up with the premium dining is what is called the Palo Be Our Guest dining experience. That's where you get to actually go backstage and cook with the cooks from Palo, and they teach you how to cook dishes, and it's just a whole experience. Very, very pricey. It actually costs up to and around $279 per guest. That's a big price. You have to pre-book this before you get on the ship, because it does tend to completely sell out, and it's specific to the fantasy. Next, we have one experience that is on all the ships called the Royal Court Tea. Now, this is we should put the emphasis on experience. This is really about taking your daughters for a tea with these
Or boys,
Disney,
if
or
they're
boys
into
if they're
it.
into it, but with Disney princesses, Disney characters. Every single kid that comes to it, you also get kind of like a bag of goodies, giveaways, keepsakes from your experience. It's a high tea, and the price point is also premium.
How much is it, Brad?
It's $220 per kid, and for the adults, it's $69.
Another kind of premium experience that you can book is the mixology classes. So
Another very popular one.
yes, and these book up very quickly. On Disney Cruise, they don't have alcoholic packages that you can purchase while on board. Those are just something that you have to purchase an additional cost if you want that. But you can go to a mixology class, and they have all the drinks included right there. They have ones for like rum tasting, wine tastings. There's all different kinds depending on what kind of like adult beverage is your favorite. So that is an option that you are going to want to book early. It does book up very quickly, especially the wine tasting. I would say that one's probably the most busy one.
Very, very, very popular. Now we're on to quick service dining. Some of these are going to be paid, some of these are going to be included. We'll explain those as we go through it, but these are snack and just through the day go and pick up food types of options. First, we're starting with Cabanas. This is on every ship. It is kind of a boardwalk beach styled restaurant that is a buffet open almost all the time, not 24/7, but it's open constantly. Very good food.
Yeah.
Tends to get a rush of people on that first day when everyone gets on the ship. Everyone runs there to eat right away. So I would actually suggest going to it on other days. But it's a nice place.
Yeah, it is a lot like a really good Las Vegas buffet, I would say. You know, it has all you can eat oysters. Breakfast buffet is awesome. There is just a ton of options for everyone. And you can go up there and grab your drinks too. So if you want juice or iced tea, you can go up and just grab that too.
Next on the quick service options is the Duck Inn Diner. This is kind of on your top floor out where the pool is and all that kind of stuff. It has burgers and hot dogs, and yeah, it's quick service. It's free.
The next one is my kids' absolute favorite station. They go to this probably 20 times every day, is the ice cream treats.
It's
like Mike Wazowski.
It is.
So
It's themed after Monsters,
cream,
Inc. Yeah.
treats. And you can go there and you just get soft serve ice cream. Some days they'll have strawberry and everyone will be like, oh my gosh, they have a different
They had
flavor.
pineapple one day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It
Like
was
the
awesome.
Dole Whip one.
Yep.
Usually it's chocolate vanilla, but yeah, then they do throw in those special flavors and like the whole ship is like buzzing about it. It's really like
Yeah, it's the
so
top of the
exciting.
show. But it's free. Everyone loves it. It's up on the deck by the pool.
oh yeah, you'll see so many kids there just like
On all of the ships, you also have preludes. This is one where you actually have to spend a little money. It's a small little snack shop outside of the theaters where you can buy popcorn and things for your movies and your kind of Broadway shows.
And here's a little tip about that. If you have a popcorn bucket from the parks, bring it. Because you can actually fill up your popcorn bucket right there, and it's like only a couple dollars too. So you're saving a little bit of money because if you buy the popcorn there, it's kind of expensive. So fill up your popcorn bucket. And also, you really don't even have to, buy snacks for the movie. You can just go upstairs and get pop, on the top deck, and then bring it down with you.
We got pop. I remember when we watched, it was the Winnie the Pooh movie. The Christopher Robin one.
Yeah, did we have pizza or something?
Yeah, we brought in pizza and hot dogs. I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but we totally did.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're allowed either, but no one stopped us, so it's awesome.
On the Wonder and the Magic, you have Pinocchio's Pizzeria.
I love this pizza.
It's actually really good. Again, it's on the deck level. The pizza, if you get it, especially when it's warm, right out of the oven, it's awesome. It's Italian style. It's really good, and they have tons of different types. On the Magic, the Dream, and the Fantasy, you have what is called frozone treats. And it's effectively a smoothie shop. You do have to pay for them. They're specialty drinks, but really good.
Frozone's like my favorite incredible character too.
Where's my super soup?
The greater good!
I'm your greater good.
I love Honey and him. They're the best. He's played by Samuel L. Jackson, right?
Of course, because everyone's played by Samuel L. Jackson.
True.
In like a week, I'm going to be replaced by Samuel L. Jackson on this show.
Probably would increase our subscribership, so I wouldn't be against that.
Infinitely. On the Disney Wonder, you have Pete's Boiler Bites. This is again on the deck level. It just serves hot dogs, hamburgers, quick service. It's free, it's included, and it's Pete's place. On the Wonder and the Magic, you have Daisey's Delight.
I actually really like this place because you can get so much good fresh fruit.
Salads.
Oh, salads. Yeah, they have
good.
really good stuff.
Yeah.
It's Caribbean fruit. You know what I mean by that? Yeah. It's not just your supermarket.
I went and grabbed pineapple every day from there.
Oh my goodness, it's so good. The watermelon.
On the Dream and the Fantasy, you have Flo's Cafe. It's 3 different Cars-inspired kind of restaurants, and they have all sorts of different stuff.
And then on the Dream, you have Vanellope's Sweet Treats.
It is awesome. It's it's themed after.
You can actually get in the Sugar Rush car, which is pretty cute. And then there's a little podium, Claire went on it, and she was like, I won! Yeah. I just like going in there because it's just really fun, and you can go in and get candies.
Desserts.
It is paid, so you have to pay additional to get these sweet treats and stuff like that.
But it's good.
So, good stuff though.
Yeah. On the Fantasy, they have the Sweet on You restaurant. Again, very similar to Vanellope's. It's candies, it's desserts, it's, ice creams, specialties. Mm-hmm. And on the Dream and the Fantasy, you have the Senses Juice Bar. This is over by the adult lounge area, and that's where you can just get drinks.
Another option is the Cove Cafe and Vista Cafe.
Those are on all the ships and by the adult lounge. Drinks, things of that nature.
Yeah, it's
pay.
Frappuccinos,
yes.
cappuccinos. So, if you go up to Cabanas, you are just going to skim over that because you're not a coffee drinker.
Oh,
you are. But I personally like coffee. So if you go to Cabanas, you are going to get a basic coffee. But if you want a frappuccino or cappuccino or something kind of specialty, chai latte, you are going to want to go to this spot. And the prices are actually really good for coffee. You know how Starbucks charges you $6? They're charging you 3 or 4. So
you're practically stealing it.
Pretty much. But it is really good coffee. And, you can just sit back, drink your cappuccino while you watch, the sunset.
So we've covered premium dining. We have covered rotational dining. We've covered quick service. But the last, and maybe Jamie's favorite, room service.
Yeah, I do like room service, actually.
It's included with the cost. The only thing that's not included is tips for those that are bringing the food and cooking it. It's a 24-hour service. They have breakfast, which is great, especially on those port days where you need some food right when you're about to get off the ship. They serve as early as 7 a.m. the breakfast. Awesome.
And you can actually set it up the night before, so it comes to you in the morning.
In the morning. You can pre-order it.
Yeah.
And then during the night and the day, they have wings. Oh, I ate so many wings in our room.
Yeah, and the cookies. The cookies are so good.
Oh, the cookies are great.
We'll order extra cookies and just like put them on our shelves, and then we'll have cookies throughout the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a big tip with this is the night before you are getting off the ship, it is going to be bananas room service. So make sure to call it early because it does get backed up. I remember our first cruise, I think we called and they're like, yeah, just so you know, it's going to be a 3-hour wait. I'm like, okay, but everyone's ordering it the last night, right? So you're going to want to order on your last night a little bit earlier. So we did talk about a lot of options that are kind of like little pay options throughout the ship, but honestly, you can go on the ship and not spend an extra penny. And in fact, our family's done that several times. Sometimes we won't go on and get that extra gelato or, you know, the upgraded coffee or whatever, because there is so much already included. You know, your dinner, your room service, you know, just cabanas, everything on the pool deck pretty much. You know, there are those little extra pay options, but you don't have to do them. Okay, so a couple of tips for your dining on Disney Cruise that we just want to talk about is tip number 1, make sure to pay your gratuities beforehand. It's one thing you just don't have to think about when you're on board, and if you want to give your servers a little extra above and beyond that, you can still do that on board. You're not locked into that amount of gratuities, but Disney, if you don't pay the gratuities, they will give you like a bill at the end. So you don't want to be like shocked by that. So I just like to include it before, and you don't even have to think about it.
Yeah.
Tip number 2 is if you are at one of the rotational dining restaurants and you see a meal that you want 2 of. So there is the steak and the lobster. Guess what? You can get both.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Your servers will be like, just get both. And you can even ask them and they will do it. If there's 2 appetizers or 2 desserts you want to try, guess what? Dream it, dreamer, get both of them.
Yeah.
Another little tip number 3 is you can request to be seated with just your family. So I know for us, when we are on vacation, we do like to really talk to people, but our kids are kind of, you know, we want them to chat with us and tell us what they're thinking. So we tend to request a table just for our family. Tip number 4 is bring a cup or a water bottle, something with you for the pool deck, because that is going to be the only place that you are going to be able to get those pop and soda fountain drinks. So it's kind of nice having that, you know, you can fill it up, take it down to your room, and then that way you're not having to go decks up just, you know, to get a drink again later.
Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. We hope it helps you as you're planning your next Disney cruise. Let us know in the comments, what is your favorite restaurant? What's your favorite thing about Disney dining? Take a moment, subscribe to us, hit that little bell button, and give us a like.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time to watch. If you are interested in a Disney vacation, make sure to contact me. I'm a travel agent specializing in Disney vacations. And like I said before, I do offer onboard credit for your next Disney cruise. So it's just free money to spend on board. So why not, right? So you can contact me through my email, jamie@clickthemouse.ca, or via the website. You can fill out a quote request right there, www.clickthemouse.ca/Jamie. You guys have a great day. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.